Well, good day, everyone. Here it is, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My name is Longevity John, and again, I am a host for yet another fantastic broadcast from the Duncan Showroom. Yes, live broadcasting is what we've been doing long before this pandemic came along, and so it just sort of fell in our lap that we would continue doing what we're doing. And we're very fortunate tonight, as we have been for the last, 4 Wednesdays, and some Wednesdays to come up, is that a young man by the name of Jeff Plankenhorn, the Plank, they call him. Quite well known throughout the States. He's one of those guitar slingers that play with a lot of people and make them sound real good. And he discovered that he had some songs inside of himself, too, and he figured he wanted to start doing that part of the aspect, too. And it just so happens that he gets to live in Campbell River part of the year. And so while he's in Canada, he's so enamored with what we do down here that he's offered to come along, do these Wednesday nights with hopes that we can generate some cash flow for the Duncan Showroom. So it's kind of a telethon. Not really. But if you have the opportunity during the show, there will be different times you'll see a tip jar show up on the bottom where you can make your donation. If not, we have a chat line as well on the side of the bar of where you're being broadcast to. And if you want to ask any questions or have any particular songs you would like to hear, or specifically ask some questions, because this guy has got answers, trust me, and some stories to tell while he's doing it. So we'd like to say this is an hour-long show that goes for about 70, 80 minutes. You figure that one out. He's going to get us started right now. His name is the Plank, Jeff Plankenhorn. Please take it away, sir, and have a great day.
Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much, Ted. Let's have some fun, and we'll call it a benefit for beneficiaries. And please feel free to put things in the comments, and that's your way to heckle online, and that would make me feel more comfortable and more at home at any moment. So thanks for having me. I love being had. We're going to bring a little Sunday morning to you right now. So in Austin, Texas, on Sunday mornings, what we do is this thing called the Purgatory Players. Seriously, that's the name. And we get together, we raise money for the Central Texas Food Bank, you know. Musicians can't give back a lot. They don't make a lot of money, most of them. And so that's a great way that we can give back. And we get together, we play whatever we think is gospel music that week. So one person will play like a Staples Singers tune, and then the next person will play like a Bill Monroe tune, and then somebody will play like an original, and John D. Graham will play like a Tom Waits tune, you know. And it's really cool. Somebody walked in one day and they said, "Man, they sound really, really beautiful. What kind of music do they play?" And the kid behind the bar, I swear, he says, "Oh, they play spiritual music for non-denominational folks." Which made me really happy, because that's a good vibe for me. I like to feel like anybody's welcome, you know. Anyway, this is a song I wrote with my friend Scrappy Judd Newcomb that's a Sunday morning favorite, and you can sing along at home. Well, good morning, good people. I know you got trouble. You think you can outrun your fate. Don't be so sure. Take another look. Baby, it's not too late. Now listen. I was beat down, I was so tired, I was longing for the cleaner slate. How was I to know which way to go? Could be the narrow and the straight. Maybe too late, oh, maybe too late. Well, you've only got your life to contemplate. Maybe it's not too late. Drain, or you're idling the main, those are temporary stays. Lay one foot down in front of the other, no need to hesitate. Now if you want to get out of your own way, lend your hand, don't discriminate. Free your mind from the bondage of self, and maybe it's not too late. Maybe too late, oh, maybe too late. Such a new tune, like I would go and I'd play this tune out. And I would always hear this other song in my head, and I would hopefully feel like, man, I hope I don't want to rip off that other tune, you know, like not without doing it on purpose. And it would sound something like, but it wasn't like I would feel like, man, that really works with a gospel. And it's contrary to popular belief, it's not a ZZ Top song. It's John Lee Hooker. But anyway, you can think of it however you want. You don't want to wake up on Sunday morning and everybody be around and be like, how? No, you don't want to do that. That's a bad idea. So. Probably get away with it. All right, that's enough of that anyway. Well, it's true sometimes that the second chance has left you stalled at the gate. This too shall pass, give it some guess. Maybe it's not too late. Now when you're thinking, gets to stinking, and it's hard to even concentrate. Baby, let go. Maybe you'll know that maybe it's not too late. Maybe too late. Oh, maybe too late. Maybe too late, too late, too late. Maybe too late. And then on Sunday morning we get everybody together and everybody starts singing on this, and we all start singing it together, and it's like, maybe too late, maybe too late, maybe it's not too late. And I hear you singing in your room, maybe too late, maybe too late, maybe it's not too late. And the women go up high like, maybe too late, maybe too late, maybe it's not too late. And the men who want to show off go like, maybe too late, maybe too late, maybe it's not too late. Not children, maybe too late. Oh, maybe it's not too late, too late, maybe too late, maybe too late, maybe it's not too late. And that's how we get started on a Sunday morning sometimes, or maybe in the middle of the show. I don't know. But we do it. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And I am a big fan of the Duncan Showroom. One of the best things I love about this place, besides the fantastic people that work here, is also the sense of community, and that you can hear so many different types of music here, and that you can hear young kids getting their first start playing music, whether solo or in a band, and you can hear old farts like me, and then you can hear all sorts of music in between. And I think that's my favorite kind of place to play, is a place where anything's welcome as long as it's good. I'm going to play a song from my latest EP, a song called Shadow of Doubt. Just another homesick child, tired of running wild, ready to stand trial and move on. Though I'm guilty in your sight, show some mercy tonight. I can't make it through the fight alone. Oh, but oh, no, now, Lord, don't make it easy. Keep me working till I work it But please, please, just shine enough light on me that I'm free from this shadow of doubt. Keep me out of shadow of doubt. Yes, I'm trying to make some sense of this world I'm up against. Lord, I know my best defense is your love. When the struggle gets insane and the lessons full of pain, keep me calling out your name with love. Oh, but oh no now, Lord, don't make it easy. Keep me working till I work it all out. But please, please, just shine enough light on me that I'm free from this shadow of doubt. Keep me out of the shadow of doubt. From the bottom of my heart till I see one little star start to shine. I will climb the mountain high, reach out to the sky, till you open up my eyes so blind. Oh, but oh no now, Lord, don't make it easy. Keep me working till I work it all out. But please, please, just shine enough light on me that I'm free from this shadow of doubt. Keep me out of the shadow of doubt. Keep me out of the shadow of Thank you, sir. Thank you, audience. Appreciate you guys very much. I always wanted to know what a smattering sound like. Now I know. Hey, so I noticed that my social media person, who I dig very much, what's up, Caleb? This young man is very helpful with things that I'm not so great at, and he put up a little thing today, I think on Instagram, maybe on Facebook, I can't remember, of me playing here a new song that's only out on my Patreon page, which is a cool platform for putting out music every month to subscribers. It's pretty cool. They get to hear stuff first. I wrote this song. It's another song I wrote with my friend Scrappy Judd Newcomb, and I in my youth did different things, and that I don't necessarily partake in anymore. but I am a non-judgmental person. And here, now that I am in Canada, it's nice that these certain things have now become legal for the people who do them. Do them. It's a wonderful thing, and it should be, and they're not hurting anybody, and they never were, and it keeps a lot of people out of jail, which is nice too. Frees up a lot of human minds. And I like that. But my friend Scrappy and I wanted to write this story. I'm kind of into the old the new Quentin Tarantino movies where, like, he rewrites history. And, like, it just got me thinking, you know, like, wouldn't it be nice to write a story about somebody, kind of in the old Chuck Berry style of writing a story song, and have him, you know, kind of win at the end when you wouldn't expect him to. And that's what this song is, and it's about a guy who's driving a truck, and you know, I never thought I'd write a song about a truck driver. Stranger things happen. But here it is. He got a flat tire, and he got out of it okay with some help. Let's see. Some honest work, a little bit of dignity, a boss who ain't a jerk, someone to come home to, someone to take out, simple kind of pleasures, that's what I'm all about. Independent contractor, 18 wheels, got a little taste of how freedom feels. They grow everything that's green in California, yeah. Sometimes you gotta hustle to earn your pay, and I got a flat tire and a heavy load, supposed to haul it in 5 hours ago. Won't someone help the poor boy on the side of the road? He's got a flat tire, little further to go. And I'm leaving Santa Rosa with a truck full of plums and some mystery boxes. I don't know where they come from, I don't ask questions, so I cannot lie about the drop-off payload. Reasons why I figure everybody needs a little relaxation. If it comes in the ground, who am I to say so? Driving to drive, making good time. I feel 50 pounds of rubber banging off on my side, and I got a flat tire and a heavy load, supposed to haul it in 6 hours ago. Won't someone help the poor boy on the side of the road? He's got a flat tire, little further to go. Threw on the J, 20 miles south of Fort Salt Lake. I was sweating my cargo, I was plotting my escape, when a trooper pulled up with a smile on his face. He says, "Where you from, son? What's in the trailer?" "Agriculture, sir, from a Golden State wholesaler." Open up the back while we're waiting on the tow. I get a little bit hungry, driving up and down this road. 20 minutes later, he throws me back my keys and says, "I hope you don't mind. I took a handful of these," and he tips his hat and says, "Have a nice day. It's just another afternoon in the USA." I got a flat tire and a heavy load, supposed to haul it in several hours ago. Hey, the trooper helped a poor boy on the side of the road with a flat tire, little further to go. I'd like to say, for all those out there, the places in the States, let's empty out those jails for all these nonviolent offenders. And get ahead of the curve instead of behind it. I wrote a song many years ago with a friend of mine named Ryan Krebs, who is a lighting director. You don't always write songs with musicians. Sometimes you write songs with the most unlikely of characters. It was a different period in my life. It's before I got married, before I got my act cleaned up, before everything started working for me. And boy, you can tell by the song. But some people have, it really kind of got my solo career started. And I went up to Ryan's apartment one day and I saw this little book on his table. We used to hang out before he moved to the Bronx, and we were both living in Austin, Texas. I was playing in a rock band. He was the lighting director for the band I was in. And he had a little book of poetry, and I said, "Hey, what's that?" He goes, "Oh, that's my poetry. You don't want to look at that?" I went, "Yes, I do." And I opened up the book, and I said, "Man, these kind of look like songs. It's pretty cool." And he said, "Oh, yeah?" And I saw he had a guitar. I said, "You play a little?" He goes, "Yeah, I play a little." He picked up his guitar and played a little, and I went, "Okay, well, no, that's not good." But then we started writing songs together. He would like it if he's watching. Yeah, he plays a little. But we ended up writing a ton of songs together, me and this friend of mine, and a lot of songs on my albums you'll see Jeff Plankenhorn, Ryan Krebs, Jeff Plankenhorn. This is one of them. And I never thought this song would end up on the radio and Americana stations and around the U.S. and other places around the world, especially because it's 5 minutes and 40 seconds long. But it did. And I'm always grateful for that, and people still ask for this from this. It's probably my most streamed and my most, requested song after all these years. You never know where songs are going to have their life, Once they leave you, they're not really yours anymore. I think it was Patty Griffin who said that, and I really like that. Drink my whiskey all alone. Temptation got me on the run. But mama's son don't hurt no one. Don't want no trouble. Don't want no trouble. Trouble find me. Trouble find me. When nothing going right, and no hope is left inside. I should be praying to the Lord. Bother him tonight when I don't want no trouble. Don't want no trouble. Yeah, but trouble find me. I'm left with an empty bottle and an aching head. You don't ever wanna be where I've been or will be. 'Cause when I'm down, and I'm always down, it's trouble finding me. I can't take it no more. There's knocking on my door. Nothing's on the other side, but still I'm always open wide. Oh, and I don't want no trouble, no. Don't want no trouble. Yeah, but trouble find me. Trouble find me. Yeah, trouble find me. Trouble find me.
Well, Jeff.
Oh, hey.
Man,
Hi there, John.
you guys, I've asked you before, I want another explanation again. And that is,
Yes, sir.
where do you get that R&B soulful roots from?
Oh,
Not from Austin.
well, you know, I did grow up. That's very nice of you to say that, John. I grew up in Ohio and in Michigan, outside of Detroit, and in Ohio there's a lot of bluegrass. Michigan now too, and so that was a big influence. But also there was a lot more soul and Motown and P-Funk.
Yeah.
And things like that were a really, really, really big influence on me growing up. And I'm one of those believers that any type of music can influence yours in a good way. And learning how to play in a bluegrass band helped, with background singing when I started playing with songwriters. And learning to play jazz in college learned me a lot about taught me a lot about phrasing on the guitar and how to take breaths like a horn player when I'm taking a solo. And every type of music is an opportunity to learn and something to enjoy. And I've mentioned before that I'm a very, very large Stevie Wonder fan, and that was a big influence on me as well, growing up. So, it's all there for the picking. It's all there for you. I was doing a live stream a couple of days ago on another platform.
What? You have another platform?
I know, it's awful. I am, but I like the fact. I mean, this is obviously where it sounds and looks best.
Yeah. And the best looking people here.
And forgive me. Promise it's just a tickle. those who don't know, we are very, very socially distant here. And everybody, we've got Dr. Ted Cadillac back there on the sound, and John way over here. And we're being responsible in how we do these live streams. And since we're a half hour through, it's also a really good time to remind you that we're doing this as a benefit for the Duncan Showroom. So if you put a tip in there, it would sure mean a lot to me. And I know that, it's a tough time, and a lot of people don't have a lot of money right now. But if you do have a little goes a long way. And, But I was doing a live stream the other day, and somebody asked for this song that I had done a long time ago at the Purgatory Players, the gospel brunch I was telling you about. And remember when I said that we'd do just about anything at that gospel brunch? Well, there was an old song by a band called Funkadelic. And I am a funketeer, and people know me like from playing on Ray Wiley Hubbard albums and stuff, and things like that. They don't know that much about other bands I used to play with and things like that. So I grew up with that music. So one day I played just out of the blue this old song, and somebody asked for it a couple of nights ago. I'm thinking about putting it on my Patreon page this month, because I always do one original and one cover every month. Now, we haven't played a lot of covers tonight, so maybe I'll do it for you guys right now. Would you guys like to hear a Funkadelic song? It's not going to be the type that you might, the cool thing that people don't know about P-Funk is one of the things you don't know unless you have a lot of their albums is that, number one, they gave a lot of social commentary, and they were really, really, really good at it, and wild. Not just the shows and stuff, musically. And they also, on any given album of Funkadelic or Parliament, you might hear a country song, and you might hear a rock song, and you might hear a jazz song, and you might hear, just like your typical big giant funk anthem. But what you don't necessarily, the only common thread is everything was on the one. Everything is on the one, and that means that it had a stomp and a funky beat. And it was one of the things I really loved about them. And so I'm gonna play this song, because I do think this song is very timely right now, and I'm really glad that my friend Dan Jason asked about it. And I think I'm going to take, he doesn't know this yet, but I'm going to put it on my Patreon page, I think, this month. Let's see if I can make a little beat, too, with my little looper guy and just go. That'll work. With just a biological speculation, sitting here vibrating, we don't know what we're vibrating about. And the animal instinct in me makes me wanna defend me. It makes me wanna live when it's time to die. Y'all see my point? I don't mean to come on strong, but I am concerned. I believe in love, though I know that law and order must prevail. Oh, if and when the laws of man is not just equal and fair, then the laws of nature will come and do her thing. She does not think, she just rectifies. She comes and balances the books. Y'all see my point. Y'all see my point. With just a biological speculation, sitting here vibrating, we don't know what we're vibrating about. to die. Y'all see my point. Some of you might not be aware that some of us don't eat. Some of you don't even care. If and when the system creates hunger and hate, then the laws of nature will come and do her thing. Oh, yeah, she does not think, she just work by instinct. Survival is her thing. Y'all see my point. See my point. We're just a biological speculation, sitting here vibrating. We don't know what we're vibrating about. And the animal instinct in me, oh, it makes me wanna defend me. It makes me wanna live when it's time to die. Y'all see my point. Yeah. Fun to do an old funkadelic song like that.
Yeah.
I'm glad we went there. So, keeping with the passionate experimentation and things, I like doing songs at these that you can't really get anywhere else. I've had managers and people say, don't play songs that people can't stream. Don't play songs that people can't get. I mean, you got... Like I can't, I mean, what, am I going to do the same set every night? That's boring. I know it's not, I know it's a big surprise to everybody out there that I am not a marketing genius. You would just look at me and think, yeah, he knows what he's doing. But I just write these little songs and I get them out there and I hope people dig them. And the other day, I played this one and I think, John, I think you mentioned that you liked it, and so play it again. And I was talking to my friend who I co-wrote this song with, of course on the hands-free, on my drive down here from Campbell River to Duncan. His name is Sean Pander, and he's a really, really great songwriter. He's co-written songs with everybody from, he's an Austin, Texas guy, but he's co-written songs with everybody from Feist to Ron Sexsmith. And I wasn't really meaning to pander or name drop, but I just did both. There's nothing wrong with that, really, you know. But I do like this song too, and I think maybe this will be on Uncovered Volume 2, my next EP, because that's what I've been doing. My last EP was called Covered Uncovered Volume 1, and it's kind of like really suited to the solo thing that I'm doing when I go out and I do these solo shows. People said they didn't really have any stuff like that. I have these full band records. That was cool. And this stuff kind of, these covered and uncovered songs kind of lend themselves to a sort of a weird jug band kind of thing. Like, it doesn't sound like what you think a jug band would sound like, but this is one of them. It's called Going Away. It's just a song about when the winter just drags on. Stuck here in this world of merry make-believe, with nothing but time on our side. Never felt a pull so hard to up and leave. We only needed pain to survive. Fate walked in, took off her coat and dropped the keys. Your Bonneville's behind the dirty snow. You only have to step out of this crazy little dream. Just break the lease, repaint the walls and go. Haven't seen sunshine in what seems 1,000 days. How in the hell is it still cold in May? Going away from yesterday, darling, just you and me, building our castle quietly with matchbooks and gasoline. Winter came to 3rd Street on the Metro line and killed our little garden down the road. Kicked the door down, made a mess and dirtied up the sky. We packed our bags, to southern skies we'll go. But wandering is harder than one might expect. Crooked lines, no place to make a home. Been bumped and bruised and turned around in opposite effects of burning desires to roam. Haven't known slumber in what feels 1,000 days. Going away from yesterday, darling, just you and me, building our castle quietly with matchbooks and gasoline. I never knew I was going to end with that, but it just happened. Face piano. Yes, my wife likes to call that the face piano. We have other names for it, don't we, John?
Yes.
We have names.
I just got to let you know that song did it to me again.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm glad you dig it.
Thank you very much.
Oh, it's my pleasure, man. Anytime you...
And the added bonus of the face piano.
Yes. Or the breathalyzer keyboard. Or... what was the other one?
Here, officer, let me play you a tune.
Exactly. Keyboard, bass piano. There's one more name. I can't remember it now. Yeah, anyway. It's actually called a melodica. A lot of people call it the Hooter because there was that band called the Hooters that used it. I can't remember that song, but that was cool. Anyway, thanks to my buddy Sean Pinder for writing that song with me. I'm gonna do, let's see, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do the other song where I get to use the hooter, because it's fun. Jimmy fell hard for Jenny. Jamie fell in love with Jay. You can't choose with whom you fall. I think it's better that way. Could be a chemical thing, maybe cosmic and such. Try as you might to clearly define, well, you won't come back with much. Love is love, is love. Love is love, is love. Try to change love. They give conditions and rules. They try to tell you they know better well, tell you your love ain't cool. Love don't mind your religion. Love don't know about race. Love don't care where you may come from. Love doesn't need to explain. Love is love, is love. Love is love, is love. To be taught how to hate, to let go of all your preconceived notions. Well, you only need to relate. Come take a seat at the table, break some bread, make a new friend. In time you'll find forgiveness and kindness is all you ever ever needed. Love is love, is love, is love. Love is love, is love, is love. And it is. I promise. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, ladies and germs. Oh, that's appropriate. Used to worry about everything, what you thought and what you think. Now I know I do what's right. I let the sleeping dogs lie. Every time I fall down, I once again feel the cold ground. Get up and leave it, and I go on trying, and let the sleeping dogs lie. So I let the sleeping dogs lie. Once you had me in your claws, never knew what was the cause, but I let go, I ceased to fight, and let the sleeping dogs lie. You say something's behind my back, well, I'm not so concerned with that. Your problem has never been mine. I let the sleeping dogs lie. So I let the sleeping dogs lie. So I let the sleeping dogs lie. To look for someone to blame. That's exactly when I lost the game. No, no tears come from my eyes. I let the sleeping dogs lie. I see it clearly coming through the mist. Where to finally be done with this? The illusion of power, it fades with time if you let the sleeping dogs lie. So I 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 let the sleeping dogs lie. She has a heart so true and kind, but what I love is a beautiful mind. All them troubles we leave behind, and let the sleeping dogs lie. Thank you. That's the title track to my last full-length album. And, yeah, I'm a dog person. My wife's a dog person, and as much as I don't want my shows to be therapy for me, sometimes that's just what ends up happening. You don't have to know that, but it's true. And, I mean, I just wanted an album cover that you looked at and you wanted to pet it. And, you know, we succeeded.
Now, my question would be, if someone wanted to procure that album somehow, how would they go about doing that?
Well, you see, the thing right now is the merch store online at jeffplankenhorn.com is open. But the only things available in the merch store right now are coffee mugs that are humorous that have to do with my songs. You know that song Trouble Find Me, right?
Mm-hmm.
That song, I did this thing called the Armadillo Christmas Bazaar. And they said, you need cool merch. And I was like, what? I've got T-shirts and I've got CDs and I've got stickers. What are you talking about? They said, you need something crafty. So we mocked up a poster of me and put it on a coffee mug. And instead of Trouble Find Me, there's a little comic book bubble above my head. And it says, Coffee Find Me. Which I know is a bad joke. But we sold out. And we sold out before the show. And then we sold at the show. And then I got stuck carrying coffee mugs around the country and the other countries. And it's not easy carrying coffee mugs around on tour, but I was selling a bunch. So we figured out to just keep them in the store. And then when I did my new album, my new EP, which is called Covered, Uncovered Volume 1, it has a cover that has these two big, freaky-looking me faces on it. And it says covered and uncovered, as if there's like two sides. And so we made a new coffee cup that says coffeed and uncoffeed. And the other side is like all frazzled, and he's got like red eyes. And, we're hoping that it's as much of a hit as the Coffee Find Me cup. But merchandise online, I'm not selling any albums online until this pandemic stuff is over, because most of my merch is in Texas and I'm in Canada. But they can go and they can listen at their streaming sites and stuff. If you go there, follow me. I won't make any money, but it will look really good to club owners that I have a lot of streams. So please, 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 if you listen on Spotify or you listen on Apple Music, then please go follow me there and listen as much as you can. Put it on repeat when you go to sleep. There's no reason not to do that. It will make it look better. Anyway, that's how they can hear it right now. Here, I'll do another one off that EP that was inspired by... I get inspired a lot. I tell you sometimes, John, that my wife is a horticulturalist and a gardener and an arborist from Campbell River, BC. And so she had a love of nature that I didn't have growing up in Steeltown in Ohio. And it's been a really good influence on me. And we came home one day and we got out of her truck, the one that's right out there, and with the Texas plates here in BC. And people are like, really? You're a long way from home? If I had a nickel. It's very sweet, though. People are really nice. And we got back to the place one day, and I heard this bird whistling or singing a little tune. And it was like... And I was like, wow. And I whistled back to it. And I'm no birder or anything, but I whistled back. I went... And then the bird whistled back to me. And I was like, oh, cool. And she's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm having a little conversation with this bird. And she's like, really? And I thought it was just you, you know. And then she listened. She's like, oh, yeah, I hear it. And so I went inside and I grabbed a guitar off the wall and I went... I bet he knows a thing or two. In the cool shade of a lazy dogwood tree, you hear it in his lonesome tune, long stretched shadow of the afternoon, a taste of everything wild and free. Southern flying away, soon I'll be far from this sleepy northern sea. my side, and every turn a perfect work of art. When I see the world through her brown eyes, the curtains open on a new sunrise, the myth that sings straight into my heart. Southern flying away, soon I'll be far from this sleepy northern sea. Southern flying away. Southern flying away, soon I'll be far from this sleepy northern sea. Southern flying away. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me do another one that was inspired by Vancouver Island in particular, and getting up here and getting out in the woods, and really doesn't have anything to do with the song, but I wrote it here, and I had been worried about all these things, and I was growing up, and you know, people say, hey, you know, a kid says to his mom, I want to be a musician when I grow up, and the mom says, you can't do both. Anyway, you grow up and you think you know everything, and then you get a little bit older and you go, you know what, I don't know anything at all. And then you get a little bit older than that, and then you go, you know what, I don't know anything, and I'm cool with that. The weight is lifted. And I like it when the weight's lifted. That's what this song is about. Everybody wants to roll the dice. Everybody wants to take a swing. Don't ask me for my advice. I don't know anything. Everybody's got a story to tell. Everybody's got a song to sing. I thought I knew you well, but I don't know anything. When I was young, I swore I thought I knew it all. I never stopped to listen out until I hit the wall. I feel the tall trees bend, I hear the ocean sing, I see the color of the wind. I don't know anything. When I was young, I swore I thought I knew the score. Lately, I've been thinking that I'm not that guy no more. Everybody wants to roll the dice. Everybody wants to take a swing. Don't ask me for my advice. don't know anything. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. And I really don't. Let's do a couple more before. Uh-oh, I see a trumpet. I'm terrified. I'm terrified. There's a trumpet on the side of the stage.
Fret not.
Well, I am picking up the slides, so I will fret not. Oh!
What a segue.
Oh! I'm sorry. I'll be here all week. Try the fish. I resemble that remark. I would love. I'm going to get back up to Campbell River. My beautiful family and my. I'm very, very lucky to be here in Canada right now, riding it out. I'd like to take one more time to thank Dr. Ted Cadillac, or Dr. Cadillac Ted? Ted Cadillac, that's what I thought, okay. For doing such a fantastic job on the sound. That's right, everybody. You all say it. You all knew. And another round of applause for Mr. Longevity John Faulkner himself. Can I teach you guys, while we're doing this live, I'm going to teach you guys a little trick. There's this really, really great guy named Ramsey Midwood. He owns this little place in Austin, and he bought it. He's a musician, but he's just like, John, you and Ramsey would get along great. No question about it. I know it. And he was playing on a live radio show that I would go and co-host every once in a while on this thing called Sun Radio. So Ramsey shows up with his full band. And, we're outside in like this beautiful oak garden, and there's tons of people. And he would get done with a song, and he had that same kind of applause thing. His drummer had like a little trigger that would play a sample of giant applause. And it was hilarious because it would come through the speakers, like people would be clapping really, really loud for the end of his song, and then they would die down, and the clapping would continue, and then all of a sudden, the clapping would just go, and everybody looked at us, the two announcers. It was like he was playing a practical joke on the two hosts, because everybody looked at us like, hey man, your applause meter's off. Every single song, he would end, and he'd be like, thank you, thank you, thank you. So the gag works really, really well if you just try it one more time. Good. And so you're like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Exactly. That's my favorite way to do the gag. I love it. And that is thanks to Ramsey Midwood. All right, I'm going to do one. What do you think? One more new song, John? How do you feel about that?
I'd love to hear another new song.
Okay. You may have heard it here last week, but it's new to me and it's not out yet. New to me, like, I think I did this last week, but I'm trying to get wrapped around it, and I really like this song, and I hope you guys do too. Takes a little bit of setup. Yeah, I bet that works. Yeah, I like that. It's groovy. table, name etched on its side says this one here's for Jimmy James. I've been 70 for some time. Could be a special occasion, might be the end of the world. If I pick it up, I won't put it down, and I lose my starlight girl. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I gotta leave dead man town. 45 days and 15 more till I set things right. I take a cab and a plane, bus and a train, and I'll be sweating the whole damn night. The junkie can't stop the juggernaut like a bull I seen red. Lightning veins, broken chains, be there soon or I'll be dead. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I gotta leave, oh, dead man town. I'm leaving the Shamrock for the Campbell Motel, where the view from my window really suits me well. Radio blasting in my head from the dark side of my room. Broadcast news, dirty chillin' blues. All I hear is you. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I gotta leave, oh, dead man town. It's dead man town. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's been my pleasure to play for you guys again. And I'm going to be here one more. I'll be here next week for sure. And we'll see if it's a good thing to keep on going. I'm sure having a great time coming and doing this. Please, please, please tip the Duncan showroom. Give them a little tip. This is the kind of place you want to stay open. It is a tough time, and it would just mean a lot. I did not go there. There must be nobody watching, otherwise you wouldn't have made that joke.
People watching.
I'm kidding. All right, well,
As a matter of fact, Sherry Adams.
oh, Sherry.
Yeah. She accidentally found the link tonight, so she's on. She donated. She said, "Say hi."
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Another Austener in Campbell River.
I know, and it's really, really beautiful. I'm so glad that we found each other that way online, and I'm glad that you know about this place, so when it opens, you can come down to Duncan and hear great music. And you can look online. Until then, you can watch all the other shows online, Sherry. There's so much music here at the Duncan Showroom, and I really want you to like and subscribe. That's what it's all about, and then you'll know when more videos come. Do you guys have a couple of shows that you want to plug right now that are coming up? What's coming up right now? I'll do one more song, but before I do that, what else is coming up at the end of the week? What do we got? You don't know? Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm trying to go through the lineup. It's just there are some great. Nico Rhodes and Rick Scott are doing a show here.
Okay, when's that? Soon? It's happening soon.
It's in June.
Okay.
June's
cool.
really locked up. It's got a lot of things coming up, and there are some things going towards the end. There's a lot of people who have showed interest in wanting to come. People in town, some really good players that want to maybe come in and give it a try.
I think they should.
It really is an interesting way to do things.
Absolutely. Well,
No, and I'm not going to say anything about. I mean, it's really nice to see the unplugged version of every great artist.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, it's
you
wonderful.
strip them down and you see what the meat and the bones are, right?
Yeah, but whereas I think that at least the showroom gives it ups the ante a little bit.
Yeah, I dig that for
Yeah.
sure. Well, I call this the show that we're doing here. Thank you guys so much again. We call it From TX to BC, and that's because I had this song a long time ago that I had written about being on the road. Let's see if we can do a little of it. Like, yeah, it's kind of like that. And I had written this song, about how, like, I love being on the road. People write road songs all the time about, oh, man, I hate being on the road, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. And it can be tough at times, but I really like meeting new people and going new places and playing music. But then I got married about 7 years ago, and it was like, man, I kind of like being home, too. Being home's kind of cool, especially in a place like Campbell River or in Austin, Texas, either one. And but luckily, my wife is sort of the... well, let's just say she's independent, and usually after about 2 or 3 weeks of me being home, my wife will say something to the effect of something like, when are you going on the road again? And it kind of works out just fine as long as I get back on the road. Now, because we're in the pandemic, my poor wife, she does her best. Kind of dealing with me all the time. When we came across the border, I was telling my friend Sean this today. When we came across the border, we had to do 14 days of self-quarantine. And I was resorting, with no one applauding for me at shows, I was resorting to trying really hard to tell my wife too many jokes. And after a while, my wife said something. She looked at me and she was like, honey, is nobody applauding for you? I don't want to make it sound like she's like mean or something. She's funny. She has that dry sense of humor, and she knows how to keep me from ever getting a big head or anything like that. And I love her for it. And she has the patience of Job. But this is a song called Homecoming, because I like being on the road, but I sure like coming home to her. Driving, I've been riding, I've been beating the pavement, Oakland to New Orleans. I've been biting, I've been hiding the nails off my fingers, trying to figure out what it means. But the road's been good to me, Lord, I can't complain. Yes, the road is all I know. Without it, I wouldn't be the same. But as I roll on down, flying and defying, my heart stays the same. If I don't get home before the sun, girl, it'd be a crying shame. Well, it's hard and it's a pity when you get what you ask, and it wasn't what you wanted all along. You wake up and you shake up and you come to find you've been going about it all wrong. But the road's been good to been my teacher and my friend. Yes, the road is all I know. But right now I won't see you again. But it's a long, long way from TX to BC, and I'm counting every single night. Gonna get back to you. We're gonna do the things we do. I can't wait to see you smile. Homecoming, yeah, I'm homecoming. Girl, coming home. I'm homecoming. Oh, how I miss my sweet one wedding. Still anticipating the day I'll return. When I lay down my boots right next to my roots, Lord, I've been feeling the burn. Homecoming, yeah, I'm homecoming. Whoa, I'm coming home. I'm homecoming. But the road's been good to me. Getting on home. Yes, the road is all I know. But the road's been good to me. But the road's been good to me. Thank you, Duncan Showroom.
Thank you, Jeff Plankenhorn.
Thank you, brother. See you guys next week. Thanks for the tips, everybody. Like and follow and share and do all those things. Good night.
Good night.
I love that gag. It's a good gag.
You gave me everything. You gave me everything and more, yes you did. You gave me everything. You gave me everything and more, yes you did. But you left me with nothing but all the blues, all the blues in the world. I said, babe, I'm not a perfect man, but I can carry me a heavy load. a perfect man. That I can carry me a heavy load. But it's so hard to carry on with all the blues, all the blues in the world. I was right when you said that you love me, but I was wrong when you said goodbye. Watched as you walked away, baby. Now, oh,